Hey everyone, it's Vanessa and welcome back. I have a 5-part series for you guys, and you will notice that as these come out over the next few months, my hair and this outfit change between this and my others. It's because I'm pre-filming it, because brainstorms hit and I like to get them all done while I'm still interested. I don't know what I'm going to title this actually, but I have a couple from, how do I say this? So, you know how some brands release a few palettes in a collection? Well, I love mini palettes. And in a handful of cases, 5 to be exact, I have 2 or 3 of these minis from different collections. Today, we're starting off with Natasha Danona, and I have 3 of these. This is the mini retro. Looks like this. Make sure I actually held up the right one. Okay, yeah. I have the mini xenon. Looks like this. And the mini gold looks like that. I just showed you those in order of favorite to least favorite, although it's really, really hard to say any of these are least favorite. By the way, if there's glitter on me or on any of the objects, it's because I was packing up ornaments and I just realized I forgot to clean this off before I started filming. So yeah, I may have glitter all the hell over me. Joy. Anyway, we're gonna dive right in. So this is part 1 of my mini palette collections, compare and contrast, and it's all about Natasha Danona. All right, so here's what the mini gold. I'll start with that one. This was the first one I ever picked up, and it was the gold with this kind of cooler green, which I will go ahead and swatch. I can tell I use this shade a little bit. There's actually a pretty decent divot. The Natasha Denona, even her cheaper palettes, are quite... the formula is quite nice, quite soft. You will get a little fallout, but not horrible. So that is that green shade. Swatched on my hand. I do big swatches because that makes it easier for me to see them. What drew me to this, like I said, it was that green. It's the fact that you do get a tiny little mirror, even though it's such a tiny palette. You get a little mirror for it. And these are so packable. I could take these 3 on a trip, and they'll take up very little room in my makeup bag. I may actually take all 3 of these when I go travel later this year. If I had any criticism, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. You can see there are some shades I do gravitate to a little bit more than others. But this is still a really nice palette. I love to use that green actually as a full lid color and then pick one of those as a inner corner and then one of them as a brow bone because I like doing like a simple 2 or 3 color look. You know, it was probably intended as a liner or an outer corner. I don't love the whole, oh, your dark shades have to be in the tiny spaces. I'm like, I want to see the deep dark shades. The next one, I grabbed this because I love this idea, this black and white and gray scheme with silver. The silver and, you know, these lighter ones do tend to get a lot of attention. But because, well, I'm trying to decide what shade I want to swatch for you guys. I'll swatch the second one from the mini Xenon. A lot of people seem to not like this palette. And a lot of people don't talk about it. And so there's the second shade right under that green there, which is this one in the same position as the green actually. Um, and it's, I think, because people seem very afraid of like these bold, sharp, dramatic looks. Now, I am all about those. Although my day to day, when I wear makeup, I tend to do like what I kind of think of as like pale grunge or soft grunge, like a lot of grays with some gold, or like grays with some champagne, some champagne. I tend to not go for like the black shadows unless I have the time and the patience and want to put in the effort of making them look nice. So I admit that sometimes that can be a little bit of a challenge. However, I wish we would all be a little bolder and a little more artistic. I'm being a little bitchy because sometimes I get fed up with this thing where it's like, oh, I'm afraid of color. Lady, please look up science, Google. Um, Anything that can scatter and absorb light has color, even if it's a neutral. And I just wish people are a little like less hesitant to. The only way you really discover what you're capable of is by being, bold and adventurous, in my opinion. So that's me. Now here we go. I've barely used this one. But what I love is that they took silver and taupe and green and put them in with these champagnes. This is very, very nice. I love it when when they can take kind of soft shades that are still very interesting and put them together. Let's see, which shade do I wanna give you guys? I'm gonna do this second one again. So this one. All three of these could make a look. They really could. So the one on the bottom is that one I just swatched. And honestly, the formula is really nice. They're very pigmented. It's very dramatic. I honestly, just this one is my favorite. And honestly, the mini Xenon is also kind of a favorite. So I could travel with those two, if not all three, because the golds are nice too. But I am glad I have these. Anyway, I hope everyone is having a great day, and hope the weather doesn't totally suck where you are. And I have glitter all over my shirt, I bet. Although I can barely see it. Oops. If I do, don't tell me. I'll figure it out later. Have a good one.